A layman might see it as just a passage, but it's not really a passage. It is more of a reception. Because in the Hausa and Fulani traditional architectural structure, you can't just come in and barge into people's house directly. This way you stay and let people know that you are around. Then they will welcome you and give you whatever they want. In fact, you can even take a nap. The place is more of a reception than a passage. It is the most structural part of a house. And even the roof in itself is made in such a way that it does not conduct heat from the utmost to the interior. There's the display of what we call desert palm. After laying the desert palm, they will now lay the grass mat. After laying the grass mat, they will now lay sand. That is why you see these heavy pillars protecting the heavy weight from the utmost to the bottom. And the pillars comprise of no iron, but just timber and mud. But turn out to be 15 due to modernization process. Although 80 to 85% of its ancient structure has been destroyed, look at it very well, you find out that the building is somehow falling to the shape, comprising of a heavy weight at the bottom and becomes shallow at the top. And this is the circumference of the ancient Kano military architectural structure, which was constructed in 1093 during the reign of second Kano Gidan Makama going from the roots of the dike. These utmost ages to avoid leakage. Through where ashes typify towards against any foreign invasion coming towards their states. 5 among the country. This is a national museum. It has to reflect the national character. So you might not see the display of the entire thing. Some has been displayed in chronological sequence in other national museums. These gates are said to have existed since around 1093. As you can see, the British have tried. That is the gate of Kabuga. It is not directly through the gate that they penetrated. The walls attached to the gate were washed away by rainfall with time. So they used those cannon guns you saw outside in destroying side by side of the walls in order to have access into the interior. But had it been the walls were well standing like the others, the British must have found another way around. You can come close and have a feel. You can see how strong this gate is. That is why I never believe in any primitive society in the world. Because in the next 200 years to come, we can also be referred to as primitive too.
Kofar Kabuga. Amma wannan kofar waika ba su iya sun shiga ta nan. Sai bullets din su ga su nan. Tura mana.
In 1919, while his brother Usman Abdullahi was installed and he died in 1926. These first three are brothers. With the death of Abdullahi, Abdullahi Bayero, who is the first son to Abbas, now became the king. Abdullahi Bayero died in 1953 and he was succeeded by his first son, Muhammad Sunusi I. Muhammad Sunusi I was dethroned by Sardauna Ahmadu Bello in 1963. That's the premier of Northern region. Then Inwa, who is an uncle to Sunusi, a son to Abbas and a brother to Abdullahi, was installed. He ruled for roughly 6 months. When he died, then Ado Bayero now became the king, who is the longest Fulani surviving emir for 51 years, a brother to Sunusi and a son to Abdullahi Bayero. He died in 2014 and he was succeeded by Muhammad Sunusi II, who was an ex-CBN governor and also a grandson to Sunusi I. He was dethroned by Governor Ganduje in 2020, and Amina Ado, who is the son to Ado Bayero, was installed, who is the present emir today. That dynasty was the Gidan Makama, and people were not enjoying them. It is not that they were not Muslim, but they have a lot of traditional activities being mixed, rebellion activities mixed with Islam. The jihad in Kano is not really jihad, but more of a mujahid, as in reviving, just like a renaissance. You understand? That was exactly what happened. And people over there, the people that were being ruled, were not enjoying that system of those particular people. When the Fulanis came, they welcomed them. And as the Fulanis make up the government, what they did, they began to intermarry.
That's why the term House of Fulani Command. These are the protective
You see him carrying the twin spear. And those twin spears came to existence in around 1134, when twins came to rule Kano. Their names were Nawata and Gawata. Before those twins came to rule Kano, the symbol of kinship in Kano was just a common spear. When those twins came to rule Kano in 1134, both of them are in possession of one single spear. Nawata died and was succeeded by Gawata. Gawata decided to join the two spears in one place. That was the genesis of the twin spear. The Fulanis came and overthrew Kano. Usman Danfodio now instructed that they should go to these people and collect the twin spear because it's the compilation of kinship here in Kano. This is a symbol of kinship that belongs to a land. If you are holding it, it's as exact as you are controlling those people's souls. I have a very bad sense, sir. Sorry. Any questions? These are various regalias, also a symbol of kinship in Kano. The royal sandals. These are various horse trappings made from crocodile. One of the legacies that Palakin Kano Mustafa left behind. He was a secretary to Sanusi the First. Well, Sanusi the Second. When Sanusi was dethroned, they left together with him, but he decided to bring down his legacy down to the museum. Various horse trappings made from crocodile, and he was the first person to have been used this particular trappings in the entire African states. He uses it for the purpose of decoration. His second reason, he said, is just a secret known to only him as his Lord. Shoes. It is called the ostrich feather shoes. It is made from ostrich feathers and is worn by the emir of Kano alone. It is a symbol of kinship here in Kano. And one most interesting thing about the ostrich feather shoes is that the ostriches are not being raised and brought up outside the palace. The ostriches are being raised and brought up within the palace. Whenever there is need for it, they will just collect the feathers and make use of the sandals. And the entire regalia here was used by the late emir of Kano, Adu Bayero. Staff of office. As you can see, the display of the twin spear, the kakaki, which is royal trumpet, and this is the staff of office, which was given by the British to each and every traditional ruler. That the entire granite being assembled in Kano is being harvested in Kano, no. 70% of the granite being assembled in Kano is being harvested within some northeastern part of the country and some states from the part of the northwest. But Kano has been blessed as a commercial center to have assembled this granite in tones of pyramid. You can see various British railway exploitative lines. This is how they collect them from here to Lagos. They now load them on ship. They take them to the west. After selling them into finished goods, they now bring it to Nigeria as cash through Barclays Bank. You can see the rate of extortion. Before the money could even come back to Nigeria, 60% of it is gone. The entire railway lines were neither made for the development of you nor I, but for the British exploitative and administrative interest.
This pyramid,
the granite covers 70% of Nigeria's economy, while the cocoa and rubber in the south covers 30% of Nigeria's economy. Kano has been blessed as a commercial center to have assembled this granite in tones of pyramid, which serves as a symbol of wealth and also a center of tourist attraction. Each and every pyramid consists of 1,000 tones with a combination of 15,000 bags. But one thing about the granite being harvested in Kano, Kano has been Saudi Arabia plane starts flying. It has three major routes. The shortest route is through Masapa. You don't spend much time on sea, and it takes you less than 2 years. The other route is through Saukin, through Borno, but you spend more than 2 years, but you spend much time on sea. While the other longest route is you don't have to cross the sea. That is through Cairo, Jerusalem, but you don't have to cross the sea, which takes you about 3 years before arrival. No. There is what we call the Kiskal here. It's been under reconstruction. The Kiskal is an ancient form of a classroom where people stay to acquire an Islamic knowledge, but the place has been under this. And these are various Islamic scholars from various Islamic sects. This is the map of the ancient Sokoto Caliphate, how it does look like in its ancient structure, with the seat of Caliphate as Sokoto that performs the presidential function, while the rest of the flag bearers are all emirs who perform a gubernatorial function. There is Metatine. We still have two more veterans to come.